Hello YouTube friends, thanks so much for joining me. I'm here doing some art with my daughter. You want to say hi, B?
Hi.
She's shy. Let me go over what I'm doing. I have an older picture that I started painting and I didn't like it how it was turning out. So I stopped it and just saved it to do some art with resin, which is my favorite. So I'm gonna go over the colors that I'm using and see how it's gonna turn out. This is the white base tint from Stone Coast. I'm using the Stone Coast resin too, guys, my favorite. So moving those over there. I wanna use this one. Move that over there. I'm using the base black tint as well, which is a beautiful strong black. I'm gonna see if I can get some cells with these colors. We'll see how it's gonna turn out. So that's my black. Then I'm using just resin ultraviolet, which is this color over here. Let me mix it first so that you guys can have an idea for the color. When it's a paste like this one is, it's easier to mix. But when it's powder, look how pretty this is. But when it's powder, you have to be very careful when you're mixing it. You want to make sure that you mix it right. This is also a paste, ultramarine violet from Just Resin. It's a very pretty color too. And I'm gonna show it to you. There we go. There you go, it's very pretty, dark violet, dark purple. Is it all right? Oops. Couldn't see it, right? All right, so that's for that. Then I'm using black diamond blue green, which is this one over here. Now this is a powder, so when you're mixing a powder, you have to start slowly so you don't get powder flying everywhere. And after you incorporate it a little bit, then you can go faster. But this one is very pretty. It's like green and bluish. Show what you, bring it over here, show what you're doing. That's my daughter's art today. I think she's the artist of the family. Look how pretty that is.
It's a tumbler. We'll see how it turns out.
It's gonna be beautiful, I know. And then the next color that I'm using is just resin cerulean blue, which is very beautiful. It's also a paste. I like this color, as a matter of fact. See, very pretty. It's a darker, lighter bluish. It's like it's a very different color. I love this color. I'm almost out of that one because I use it so much. So that's that one. And of course, I could not leave behind my maroon gold. It's my favorite gold so far. It's also a powder, so you have to incorporate it slowly, like that. And then once you get it, then you can go fast. Now, when it's a powder, you have to make sure that you stir it really good because it will not work well if you don't, because it will have powder spots, and that does not set well with the resin. Okay. So those are my colors. And of course, I always save some clear to put on the bottom. So I'm gonna be putting a clear coat of resin. What this does makes it go a little bit easier. Let me move my daughter's stuff out of here so it doesn't get resin everywhere. And usually I try to save a little bit of clear as well, because you just never know if you run out of color that you may need or anything like that. So I try to save a little bit. which I'm gonna put over there. Make sure that it's not in front. The other day I put one and I messed it up when I was taping it. I put the clear resin right in front of it. So let's move this a little bit like that. There you go. Now with this resin, you have so much time to work with. So you want to make sure that you watch your time. But this is actually my favorite one just because I have so much time to work with, and that makes it easier. When you're spreading the resin, I usually like to make sure I get the corners, the sides, because when it dries, if you don't, then you have like a natural finish on the sides. I prefer to have resins on the side, even if it's just a clear resin, because it gives that shine. So I usually do my sides as well. And I always say that I'm gonna be doing this before I start taping, because this almost takes longer than the work itself. But it's a good time to go over the colors with you guys and go over some of the things. If you have like an old picture that you don't like, you can always do this. Or I had a garage sale that I went to one time, and I saw this beautiful frame with a glass in the middle. So I bought it. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was pretty cheap. And then I did the resin on the glass. I put silicone where the glass meets the frame, so that the resin would not go through the little space. And it turned out beautiful. So you can be creative. You can resin up anything really. And also, like for example, if you put too much ink, or if you use acrylic, I noticed that when you use acrylic, it happens more often than when you use just resin or ink that's proper for resin. I never had that marshmallow happen to me when I was using just resin ink or Blue Diamond or any of the other companies that make resin ink for resins. But it did happen to me a couple times when I was using acrylic paint. Maybe because I put too much ink, or maybe because they're not really made for resin. So either way, when that happens, if you have a bottle, you can use that on the bottle. What that does is it sets perfectly fine. So it will set just like regular resin, but it has like lumps on it. So it's not good to do the paint, but it works really well to do the bottle. So once you get this done, you take out the second glove. So now you have a clean glove to use on your machine. And I just throw that one out. And this one I don't use too much the left hand, so it's good. Warming up, getting the bubbles out just a little bit. Then this time it's good to see if you missed any spot. Not that it would matter because you're going to be putting more resin on top of it, but you want to make sure that you get all the sides and the spots, and then I usually go check, make sure I didn't miss any spots on this time. See, sometimes, I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but especially when you already did a painting underneath it, I sand it too, by the way, so that you know. When you do a painting and you're gonna use it again, you just wanna sand it.
resin too.
Hmm?
They do resin too.
Hold on a second. The what?
Did you use all the resin?
I'm gonna use all the resin, yep.
Okay. I need to make more.
That's fine, make more. So now I'm gonna decide which colors I'm gonna be using first and what I am gonna be doing. So I think I wanna do half lighter and half darker to see if that's gonna work.
I'm gonna have to bang it really quick.
Hmm?
I'm gonna have to bang it really quick.
No, you're gonna have to wait until it dries out really
No,
good.
bang it really quick.
Alright. Alright guys. Alright. But you have to let it dry 24. Because if you put resin on top of that, it's gonna mess it up.
Why?
Because the glue, the resin needs heat. You need to put heat on it. If you put heat on that glue before it gets done, you need to wait to really dry. That should be 21 hours. Okay guys, let's get back here. So let's see what I think I'm gonna do. One black and one white. And so I'm gonna do this black is kind of dangerous because it just takes over everything. So I'm gonna have to be careful with it. Okay, black. And I'm gonna do the white. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me just leave a little room. With the lighter purple. See how that's gonna turn out. Then I am gonna put the dark purple. We'll see. So those two colors. Then I'm gonna do the dark blue. I love this blue. Then I'm gonna do the lighter blue. Which is actually looks more like greenish than blue. Now I'm gonna put the white. I'm gonna do the white coming from a little bit like up there. Oh boy, there goes my phone. Sorry about that, guys. I hate when my phone goes off. I'm gonna put some white on that side as well. Alright, let's see that's how that's gonna turn out. Now I'm gonna get the bubbles out of the color. Now I don't want to mix it when it's too hot still, so I'm gonna let it set for a few minutes. So while I'm letting it set, I'm gonna check to make sure that I didn't have anything falling into it from the AC, because this would be a good time to do it. Like I have a few things, look at that. I forgot to turn the AC down. So I have a few things that fell in from the AC, so this would be a good time to take one while I'm waiting to cool off. Cause that's the beauty about this resin, guys, because it will move when it's hot, but will be like pretty good when it's colder. So I got a lot of bubbles over there, which I'm gonna be getting them out later. But I'm just looking for length or anything from the AC. I just turned the AC higher too, because I'm in Florida, so it gets pretty hot in here. Now I need to get some paper towel to get this wiped. So I get this selector size, and I cut it in half, because you're gonna need, every time you swap, you're gonna have to clean your spatula. So you just go like this, cut in half, save it, and put it over here. I usually like to do, see, when I do this too, I'm gonna have this right there, so I can pour on top of it, because then I can use it for my coasters. There you go. All right, let's get going here.
It's just a kiki, okay?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go and then I just go like this for mine. So we'll see. Then you have to make sure you clean it up. Sometimes you can just go like this on the sides. Alrighty. You want to probably put it like that too. Sorry about the dog. Bear, Teddy! Oh my gosh. So sorry, guys. The dog. Stop barking! Sorry, guys. The dog is just nuts. You want to cover that like that. On this one, I want to do it like that just to get some of that covered up better. Oh boy. Then one more swap over here. Oops. And it's okay to do the sides like this. You get a lot of movement. This one is quite not. I'm gonna throw some of this over here to get some colors on this side instead of putting over there. So let's see. Yeah, definitely I think that I would say that this should definitely have a blank canvas for what I wanted to do. I think I should have done a blank canvas because this is not quite the effect I want to have because of the color underneath it. So I want to put this over here because I need to cover up, I want to cover up some of the color underneath it, maybe not all of it, but some of it. So I want to bring some of these over to this side, and then I'm gonna go like this. I don't know. It's looking pretty, but not quite what I expected. So I need to do a little bit more work on it and see. Let me see if I can do some movement with this. See, I like that, but I don't know if I like this. I like this, but I don't know if I like this part, but I'm not sure about the middle here. So I think I'm gonna do something with the middle. I think I'm gonna put some of the, I don't know, maybe the gold. Or maybe I'll move it a little, let's see. That's what I need to do, is move it a little. I need to warm it up to move it a little, hold on. Let me warm it up so that I can try to move it a little. I'm trying to just give some movement and get rid of some of that black. That's what I'm saying, guys. That black takes over your painting, so you have to be really careful with it. See, this is what I want. I didn't want that too much black. And this black is just taking over it. So now I'm moving it back to give some movement and get rid of some of the black that was taken over. That's better, I think, because that black is way too much. And I had too much resin on it too, so it was gonna be a problem for setting. Now I want to do a little of the darks over here. Like I want to get the dark blue to give a little of movement right here. And then move that together. And then I want to do the dark purple over there. There you go. Then I'm definitely gonna be using some gold. So let me get those bubbles out. And I think I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna do some purple here too, to give a little right there, just to bring it all together, I guess. Okay. There you go. Just to bring it all together a little bit. Can't blow too much because I get dizzy. Not quite what I wanted or what I envisioned it, but it will be alright. I think once it sets, it will be beautiful. Whoa. I want to blow it right there. Okay. I want to put a little bit more gold on this corner here because I already have some gold in here. There you go. And a little bit more purple. There you go. There you go. So guys, this is so exciting to be doing art today because I had a bad day yesterday. I was going to do art, but I got sick and I couldn't do it. So I'm excited to do art today and do this video for you guys. Oh no, I'm making a big mess over here because it's dripping. Oy, oy, oy. Messy on my floor. That's the thing, guys, too. When you go do some type of art like this, you have to be careful because you get resin everywhere, and they are not fun. I want to do this. Just get that gold moving a little bit. Yeah, I want to leave those spots, and I did want to move those. So now let's see if I can see anything that's see, I got some bubbles here, some right there, right there, right there. I don't know why I got, oh, I got a hair in here too. Ooh, good catch. And it's my hair because it's a big hair. Wait, that's the thing, you have to be very careful with it because you got to make sure that the work is perfect. Now I know resin, a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't have to be perfect. My daughter keep telling me, Mom, you're too perfect, you want to be doing everything perfect. But resin is not like that, and it really isn't, because of resin has its own mind, and sometimes you do everything perfect and then it doesn't turn out how you want it. See, look, I got hair all over. My hair is falling. I didn't do chemo, but my hair is still falling. Like I told you guys before, I had cancer, and cancer does change your life forever. Everything you do after that it's completely different. You feel like you're not the same person anymore, and the values you have in life change quite a bit. You start valuing things like doing art. I never had to do time to do art before. I was always working 70 hours a week, and so now I limit my work time and I try to do some art. Some things that I love, I like to spend time with my family and my friends. So I try to balance life a little bit more after the disease. As I was saying, so when you balance life a little bit more, when you get some life-threatening disease like cancer, you start looking at life in a different way. Like you do things that normally you would probably not be doing. You want to do things that you enjoy, which normally you would probably not be doing it either. And it turns out differently, you know. You don't, you stop running like you always do. Unfortunately, we only learn that after you get older and you maybe get sick, because you think you have all your life ahead of you. You think you have time to do everything, and when you get older, you're gonna have more time. You always postpone everything in your life. You say, oh, when I have time, I'll do this. When I have time, I'll do that. I'll travel. I'll get to go to places. And guess what? You have the time now, because you have to make your time now, because you just never know. Your time may never come. So you should not let it be for tomorrow what you can do today. It's a cliche, but it's true, because you never know. Today you have your loved one. Today you have your life. Today you have, you know, somewhat health. Most of the people, I should say. And most of us, I know I used to be like that too. Most of us were worried about making money, paying the bills, and get by, and the years come and go. Before you know it, you're getting older, and then the disease sets in, and you get this and you get that. You start getting sick, and you have no energy to do none of the things that you dreamed of. So if you're young, learn that lesson. If you're old, like older, on the 50s, I should say. I'm 52, so I learned that lesson. So you start doing the things that you love the most. Start to spend time with your friends, with your family. Let go of these stupid things like, you know, I don't get along with my mom because of this or that, or I don't get along with my sister, or anything, you know. Let it go with the small stuff, because life goes on, and the only thing we take from life is what we live with our friends and with our family. Family is the most priority in our life, because today we're here, tomorrow we may not be. So if you want to do something, do it today. If you want to start an art like I did, I always wanted to do, start it today. Don't wait until you get sick to realize that you have to do something for relaxing, you know? Don't focus only on work, because work will always be here, and you may not be here. So if you enjoy art, start it. Start somehow, somewhere. It can be expensive, but you know what? Medication is expensive too, and if you get sick, you're gonna spend the money with that. So like I was saying, so when you get sick, you will spend the money with medication, no matter what. So if you enjoy doing art, see, this paper towel is actually causing more harm than good. If you love doing art and you don't have the money for it, buy one thing at a time. 1 month, buy one color. Buy the basic colors. You don't need a bunch of stuff. You know, you can go to Michael's. They have canvas for 70% off every once in a while. You know, you can go there. I usually try to let my people know when they are having a sale. It usually is on Mondays. And I usually go there when they are having the sale, and I buy as many canvas as I possibly can to use it. Because if you get a half off, literally it's more than half off. So that's a good deal. Well, I'm gonna have to hurry up in here because my time is running out and I still got a lot of ink to do some coasters. The bubbles, guys, keep coming back. It's a pain. So you have to keep heating it up to get the bubbles out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys the end result right now before I finish up, and then I'm going to take one more time to get the bubbles out and get whatever lint from the AC out as well, and then I'm gonna put this away. But I want to show you guys what it looks like before I turn off the video. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna be doing some coaster quickly, but this is what it turned out. Very beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.